This is a work life reading for the sun sign Aries for the month of February. In this reading, I will be taking out cards to know how's the current job situation with Aries or the business that they are doing. So I will be doing a detailed spread to know how's the job situation, what is their inner ability in doing the job or managing situations at work. How does the external environment respond to their ability or effort? Or what is the perception the world has or people with whom Aries is working get about them? What are the strengths Aries can work with and what are the challenges? And all these cards will also tell me how's the work-life balance really. So let us see what is the guidance from Tarot. Please note that this is a general reading and not everything will apply to all the Aries, and whatever will apply may vary in the intensity. So let us see what the guidance is. So first I'm asking is how's the current job situation? What is the inner ability at doing the work or job? How does the external world respond to their ability or the perception they get about Aries, the strength and challenge? So when I ask the question, how's the work-life balance and how's the overall job or work situation, it's telling me it's okay. It's neither too good nor too bad. It's just about okay, which also tells me there is a lot of scope for it to become good. So first what I'm asking is how's the current job situation, and I get the energy of someone feeling very restricted and not really feeling free. So it's quite possible that Aries, you're doing a job which you don't necessarily like or you are not passionate about. It's also possible some of you may be just working because you need the money. And if you had a choice, you would be doing something different. So it is telling me this is about someone who feels chained, someone who feels quite restricted in their movement. So I do see a lot of worry in terms of Aries wanting to really do something what they like or what is of lot of interest to them. Now, if you see this card or this energy, in these two people are standing and they seem to be chit chatting. So, and they are chained, of course. So, it's telling me somewhere, Aries, you may have just made peace with your limiting situation or situation at work. So, because these two people are not trying to really break the chains, or so they're holding something in their hand also, so that this either the chain can break or melt or something can happen really. So it's telling me they're not even trying. Somewhere they have really got so used to their situation that they are now thinking that this is going to be a permanent situation. So when I look at this energy, Aries, the guidance I'm getting is that your job situation may be limiting. Maybe it is this way for a very long time, but still nothing stops you to make a fresh beginning, which doesn't mean that you should quit your job. It just means that continue doing your job, or if you have the kind of business which may be trying you a lot, continue doing that. But you may also want to start giving a lot of leash of freedom to your hobby or something that you like to do and gives you a lot of happiness. So it's just saying that just because you have a job and maybe it's not necessary you are unhappy, maybe if you are unhappy, you could always start something on your own and then make it big. So that is really the guidance, that don't give in or don't feel so limited that you just stop trying. So this could be the energy for a lot of you Aries who may be feeling a bit limited at their work situation. It's also possible some of you feel your work or your career interferes too much with your personal life and that you may not be getting enough time with your loved one. Because if you see, these are two people who have who seem to have a lot of liking for each other because they are looking at each other. But in between them, there is this big monster sitting. So it's quite possible that you feel in your love relationship or your personal married life, you feel that probably work has now suddenly is eating up the happiness in your relationship. Or maybe your business is too demanding and you don't get time for personal life really. So this is how your job situation or business is really looking to me. For some of you, of course, this is a general reading. Now, what is your inner ability at doing the work? So, if you, the energy really is of this lady who seems to have worked hard and is now reaping the benefits. So, it's telling me some of you Aries may have really trained yourself very hard, long and hard at doing the work you do. So while your job situation emotionally may not be happy for some of you, it's telling me it's very rewarding because this lady seems to be enjoying a very high life with a lot of money and all material goods and comforts available to her. So this is the energy I get in your inner ability. How do you really deal with your situations? It's telling me it's not too difficult for you when a challenge or a situation comes up at workplace. And you are quite easily and you're quite able at dealing those challenges, and the reason for that is your knowledge, your immense knowledge that is available to you. So you just know how to make yourself comfortable. So what I'm really seeing is this lady could be in a walled garden really. It's possible she has it all, but she's in that small rich garden. So, some of you Aries who are feeling very limited internally with what you have as a skill and maybe feel that there is some hobby or vocation you could have taken up. It's telling you to break those boundaries and really explore your potential. You don't have to be in a walled garden which is very richly gifted with money, coins, and prosperity. So have the good life for sure. But you may just want to break these walls and try out something very real with your passion, what you are passionate about. It's also telling me some of you may have very gifted talents but may have not really explored them. So you may want to look internally, Aries. How's the external world responding to your effort? Or what do people get a perception about you? So you are seen as someone who doesn't give up. So your perception is very strong and understanding of you by colleagues and employer is very strong. It's telling me that they see you as someone who will not give up and will try long and hard to create and protect what they have worked for. So this man is standing guard to showcase, he's standing guard for what he's worked at, what he's collected over time, and he seems to have been injured in the journey. So it's really telling me people really admire your endurance, that no matter how the challenging situation is, no matter how hurt you may get, or how much you may get personally attacked for holding your views, you are not someone who will easily give up ground. So your perception is you are someone who's very reliable and will stand his ground, his or her ground. What about the rewards? It's just telling me it's a waiting time right now, and your patience is being tested. So all of you who may be expecting a promotion in the month of March, it's just telling me it's a waiting time. And you may be biting nails and really be the edge of your nerves, worrying whether you'll get promoted or not. So this card doesn't tell a big yes to me, nor is it saying a big no. It's just saying patience and endurance. So have faith, Aries. February should be good for you. I'm sorry if I said March before. So February should be a good month for you, provided you can have the patience, faith, and endurance. People who are looking for a job, it's possible that you are ready to give up because you can't find something to your liking. It's also possible may have looked down on you when you went looking for a job, or you're really struggling to find a job. So the guidance really is, this is not the time to give up or to feel drained, that nothing is going to work in your favor. This is not that time. So February is not the time to feel low, to give up because you have been looked down, or maybe you didn't have such great experiences in some interviews, which is totally fine. The guidance really is hold your ground and continue searching. If you have faith in yourself, you will be amply rewarded. So, what is the strength, Aries, you have when you work and you can use? It's telling me that you approach work with a lot of sensitivity, and this may be one of the reasons why you have collected good amount of lifestyle comforts for yourself. It's because people like to work with you. You have a very sensitive side and you will not rush into taking a decision. So you see, this man is really doing a balancing act. So you are someone who strives for a balance, and you will not start concluding things or start making one-way decisions. There is immense sensitivity in you, and you genuinely care for emotions. So a lot of times people at workplace will respect emotions because that's an organization expectation. But in your case, you genuinely care. So it's telling me that for you, how people feel and the emotions that are involved in working with people are very important to you. People who are doing business, it's telling me you may have already found your calling in your business, and now it is just an act of managing the whole thing together. It's telling me your business is probably already successful, and now you only have to retain or manage your existing clients. What are the challenges? Some of you Aries may be feeling very down, and you may be feeling there is absolutely no opportunity coming your way, and that God is not in your favor or universe is conspiring against you. Some of you may be having that very strong feeling of why things are not working for you. Some of you may even be experiencing great despair at work. Maybe because something was promised to you or you were expecting and it did not come through. So, the challenge I'm really seeing is some of you have just stopped utilizing your mental strength in working through problems. So, one message for Aries who may be feeling this way is that on in many good situations, success is disguised in difficulties. So, if you see, this is a reversed card. So, it's telling me you're probably standing on a crown instead of wearing a crown, which tells me you may not be realizing a golden opportunity which is just around you. So, this is not the time to feel despair or to feel have been left out or universe not being kind to you. This is not that time because what you're doing wrong is you're really standing on a crown when you should be wearing it and you should be doing something very great with it. So it's just saying that you can change your situation provided you are willing to think through. So the energy is telling you to think through, and it is also telling you that yes, it is a very testing situation, and you may be feeling the kind of despair you are feeling, but a golden opportunity just lies around your feet, somewhere very close. All you have to do is pick it up. So sometimes an opportunity may not mean that it is something very tangible and it is visible to everyone. So that is why the energy is calling you to think through and create a very big success. And the good part is it's a gift from universe. Only you're not realizing it. So when I see this card energy, it's telling me some of you are feeling inhibited and not and you probably feel that you could have been doing something else had it not been for money reasons. So it's really telling you that you may be presented with the golden opportunity already, which you're not realizing. So this is what you need to focus on, Aries, in the month of February. People who are looking for a job change, so suggestion really is that you have to you have one very big positive with you. Your strength is that you're very emotional and sensitive. And if you're looking for a job change, you may want to think hard and not really only look for a job change, but even all the more maybe a career change. So one should never make very drastic changes in their life. The reason for that is your own ability to deal with those changes. So if you're looking to make some kind of a change, first you should do whether a career change or job change is not just look around maybe which is at arm's length, which is to say only look at what you have always studied or what courses you did in college or look at what experience you've had all these years. The energy is really calling you to break this walled garden and give a fresh lease of life to your passions. And there is some opportunity waiting for you just very close to you. So if you can realize this opportunity and think through, you could start something on your own really, and not just be dependent on one job where while you are very heavily rewarded and you have a good life, you may not be so happy with certain limiting situations. So this is the guidance for work life reading for Aries for the month of February.